Hello, hi, I'm Pearl Howie, and this is my Pearl's Pandemic Problems number 2. I'm always a bit embarrassed when I start doing these because it's quite embarrassing to talk about these problems. And this one is unpacking your shopping, unpacking my shopping. So when the pandemic first started, I just used to go out shopping and I used to get stuff and bring it home, and I didn't make a big drama about how I unpacked or cleaning the shopping or anything like that. But then I became bubbled with family members who are very vulnerable, and I got a bit confused, I'll be honest. So at one point I was kind of trying to do it sort of the way that they do, which is, you know, wiping down things that go in the fridge with antibacterial, antiviral wipe, and putting things in like quarantine for 5 days or so. It's a kind of a, you know, it's very confusing because, you know, it's like a lot of things, we just don't know really what we should be doing. And it is true that the virus can live on surfaces. I mean, it actually can live in the freezer for a really long time. So, you know, we should be careful about touching packaging and then touching faces and things like that. But I mean, really, the medical experts I've spoken to have said there's no value in wiping everything down or doing anything like that, because I guess that even if something can actually survive on there, it's not going to be enough to actually make you sick. But it's really confusing. It is really confusing because also, as you might see over there, I've got my boxes I use when I get my shopping delivered, and I've got loads of carrier bags, and they're not taking them back to recycle anymore. I'm not, as well as not going near the driver, I'm not allowed to, you know, we're not allowed to touch stuff and then hand it back like substitutions. So it's very confusing. So I'm using my shopping bags at the moment. I know that other supermarkets are not even letting you use your own shopping bags. You have to pay or have the carrier bags. So it is confusing. So I'm trying to sort of unpack the issue and unpacking my shopping. And I don't know if any of you are really confused or caught up on this. So it's kind of, that system is sort of falling apart. And since I've had my vaccines and the people around me have had vaccines, I'm like, look, we've got to stop doing this, because there's really no, you know, the experts say there's no value in doing this apart from just sort of regular hygiene. But it's kind of hard to stop. And the other day I tried to do it, and then halfway through I touched my phone, and then I panicked and I had to go and clean my phone and everything. So here's my kind of system that I'm thinking of trying today, and I hope this works. We don't know. So the system I'm going to try today is to, I usually wash my hands before I go out. And then I'm going to, so the driver's going to come with shopping, and then I'm going to put it into my own carrier bags. I pack my own bags, and then I'll bring it all in here. And then because I have to touch the door and things like that, I'm going to wash my hands once. This is my goal, because sometimes I wash my hands 2, 3, 4, 5 times when I'm unpacking my shopping, and I get confused about, you know, how I'm doing and what I'm doing. So my goal is going to get the shopping, going to come in, going to wash my hands once, and then I'm going to sort out the shopping and put it away where it's supposed to be, and then I'm going to wash my hands again at the end of that. Okay, so that's my goal, as opposed to washing my hands, you know, 5, 6, 7 times. And for some of you, if you're watching this and you don't have this issue, you haven't thought about it, it hasn't been a problem for you, you might find this really weird. And so maybe if that's the case, hopefully it'll give you some insight into what some of us have been doing during the pandemic and why, you know, we get stressed out about things. It's very confusing because obviously whenever we go to, you know, supermarket, see, I haven't been in a supermarket in 6 months really, but going to like the hospital, vaccination centres, you know, we always got to like use the alcohol hand gel when we come in and that kind of thing. So we've got this thing about kind of touching stuff and alcohol gel and when we do it, and we've always got this thing that says, you know, wash your hands a lot of times. I'm like, so just let me say this. The point is not to wash your hands lots of times. The point is to wash your hands when it's appropriate. So for example, we might wash our hands when we've been to the bathroom, or wash our hands before we're about to eat. And there is a sign at the hospital which always kind of makes me laugh, because it says wash your hands more often for 20 seconds, which is very reasonable. You know, that those posters started appearing at the beginning of the pandemic. And I misread that the first time. I read it wrong. And I read it as wash your hands more often than every 20 seconds. And I was thinking, how can I wash my hands more often than every 20 seconds? Like, that's impossible. And it is impossible. And that was me misreading it and getting confused. Yeah, and I wash my hands too much. I know I do. And so it's trying to get that balance between having good hygiene and just completely stripping my hands of all natural moisture. So I've got a really nice hand wash with lots of moisturiser in it. And so I'm just going to try and unpack my shopping like a, you know, with 2-3 hand washes. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because that would be really boring, but I'm going to do it on speeded up fast mode so you can see what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it'll be interesting to you, but yeah, it is one of those issues that stresses me out. And so it's very often when I'm unpacking shopping, I kind of do a bit and then I kind of go, oh, I've got to wash my hands, I've got to wash my hands. And it's not very rational. So I'm trying to kind of like have a more rational approach to dealing with the pandemic, as hopefully we're going to be coming out of lockdown very soon. And I need to try and you know, stop my life being all about this. Let's hope for all of us that stops being the case. Okay, let's see how it goes. I'll let you know how it goes.